Hello, my name is Heidi Chef, and this is my audience here recording me.
Hello.
You have one person that is offering you something you like as a reward for doing the right thing, and another person who is threatening to punish you for doing the wrong thing. Which one would you choose? I am almost certain that every single one of y'all would go with option one, as it is more appealing, more rewarding, and less aggressive. I came across this article on this exact topic on the page of Psychology Today, a professional blog that discusses different topics such as this one. In my speech, I will persuade you that positive reinforcement is better and more effective than negative reinforcement by comparing the two methods of discipline and the effects they have on the child they're being used on. Let's start by talking about negative reinforcement, what it is, and why it is the wrong way to discipline a child. Negative reinforcement is the attempt to correct a child's behavior by punishing them for doing the wrong thing, over and over until they get it right. For example, if a child breaks a vase at home, they would be punished by being sent to their room or taking away certain privileges. Another example would be if a child does not do their homework, making them sleep earlier than they normally would, and not letting them play video games with their friends like they initially wanted, would also be an example of negative reinforcement. There are many reasons as to why negative reinforcement does not actually work, and why it leaves a bad effect on the child. When a child is punished for doing something wrong, and repeatedly punished until they do it right, they are basically being forced into doing it right. This defeats the entire purpose. Their fear of the punishment is what drives them to do the right thing, not the fact that it is actually the right thing. This means that when the parent or guardian is not present, they will continue to make the same mistake that they were attempted to be disciplined. The whole point of disciplining a child is so that in the future, when they are fully fledged adults, they know right from wrong and make smarter decisions. Negative reinforcement just disciplines them for the time being, causing them to not learn their lesson and not apply this in the future. As you can see, negative reinforcement doesn't really work. In fact, it only makes things worse. Positive reinforcement, on the other hand, is actually much more effective. Positive reinforcement is the attempt to correct a child's behavior by rewarding them with something they like, for doing the right thing. For example, if a child gets good grades on an upcoming exam at school, he or she will be taken out to go get ice cream. Another example would be if a child scores a goal in the game of soccer, they'll be given a trophy. Notice how the event of the child not doing the right thing and the punishment for that is not even mentioned. There is no punishment or risk to scare the child into do the right thing. On the contrary, actually, since there is no punishment involved, the child will not even think about what would happen if they do not do the right thing. Instead, they're putting all their focus onto actually committing and successfully doing the right thing, increasing the chance of them doing so. Another good thing about positive reinforcement is it teaches kids that good things come to those who do the right thing. That way, in the future when they are all grown adults, they are more likely to do the right thing on their own without being told to, due to the mindset instilled in them when they were kids. Positive reinforcement is a method of discipline that benefits both the parent and the child, short and long term. This brings me to my original point and conclusion, that positive reinforcement is a better and more effective method of discipline than negative reinforcement is. Negative reinforcement is driven by fear and is a short-term fix for a child's behavior and will often screw them up in the long run. But positive reinforcement is long-term and is driven by reward and positivity. Some people often confuse the two and not really know what the big difference is, but in my speech, I hoped I did and showed how big of a difference it really makes. Thank you.